Ringo Sparky here, and thanks for coming back to watch some more Factorio. We're trying to pick up where we left off and trying to think about a good next step to go into. I was quite pleased, kind of not with the exception of this, but kind of quite pleased with the rest of this, and even this could be condensed a little bit more. But right now we do automatically have being created for just use at any time, and maybe I'll pull a box and a stacker right there. Filter, that actually could be a good idea. Iron plates, copper plates. We do have our transporting belt, and we have a stash of it coming up. So this should slightly grow over time. Actually, it will grow over time because this has been completed, and will only, slowly here. Also, may want to do something about these arms, just so I have a base of those. And the chips, some extra backup. So can we get filter 2, 3? We'll do the large chests at this 1, 2, 3, because I just don't want them being full anytime soon. And when I do get to them, I want there to be plenty of resource. I don't want to be able to just grab like 1 or 2 stacks, even though the wooden have plenty of storage capacity. I just want more. Okay, so what we're gonna do. What we're going to do is grab them, place them at the end. It's a bummer it won't reach there. Here and here. Give that the telephone pole it needs. And then put our chests down. And from here, we just do the filter. So for this, oh, here it is. We want our whitelist, what it actually will take. And that's a lot easier, at least for us right now, than a blacklist. We're just going to be pulling up. The only concern I have, though, is how much I may pull off. These guys will definitely pull first, but you can see now with no backup, they may be waiting to fill up the 2. Why? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's going quite a lot slower than I would hope. So this is just... Huh. Okay, 3, 3, and a single computer chip. Why is it not trying to grab a 3rd gear, though? It's a little annoying, so... We'll see. It just means that I can improve the speed of it. It may just be even these arms. If I get fast inserters replacing all of these, I might not even care or need to care. Okay, make sure, what did I do? I haven't done any of the rest, so this will be gears. And then this will be just the arms. Although, where are we? Come on. It is tempting to maybe pull the belts too, because then I could just have them in the same spot and I wouldn't really need this one down here. But then they're splitting and they're not single use, so I don't know. Okay, this... Good, still does have 16,000 coal. I just wanted to make sure it's just not being used as much because the amount of furnaces I have compared to the output of here is not really equal, so it's backing up, which in a point though is okay, because then this furnace will still operate as fast as it can. It will never be sitting there waiting, I should say, for material, because it'll always have a backed up line of it. The other thing is then this just is basically useless. But I like them still either way, because then when this one runs out, if we're not paying attention, this one can still kick up as a safety. Again, it's not the best setup, but it's just a working setup. All right, power supply is really good. Our lab speed, things are moving, so I'm okay. We can just check this box to make sure we're good. The other thing, though, that I don't like about connecting these is they won't really request or ask for things until they need it. so that's technically moves a little bit slower than if they already just had it on them. It's got to request it and then wait for it. So things could give millisecond or so delay of things. So let's see how things are going. I noticed now that our gear production is really slow, and I think that's actually going to in turn start slowing down here, which is our belt. So this does make me feel, let's try, I should have, that's fine. To improve the speed of these two to see if that will help at all. Oh, wait a minute. It's not that. I see what's going on. It's my actual supply of iron plates. They were just moving slow, is that the deal? Or stuff is not actually getting up to the last couple ones. So that's fine. It's an easy fix. Let's just add. We should have a few of them, I thought. I was hoping for a few more. So we should have a few of these on hand. So let's just add more. I'm going to wait till they're almost done completed so I can just kind of run down the line rather than having to click back in for them. And I don't use my quick slots as much as I should. You can see that only the telephone or the electric line is there, but oh well. Okay, that'll give me, oh, I beat it. Darn it, I did exactly what I didn't want to have to do. Oh, and I shot it too, great. Well, it's now a good time to produce one of these. It's always good to have maybe 1 to 3 of these on hand, especially once warfare starts, so you can quickly fix things, or you'll even find yourself in the beginning probably causing some problems, running in and damaging, or shooting and damaging some of these. It happens. Just go ahead and fix it and you'll be fine. Awesome, so all that's working. We don't need to make any more, we have plenty. And the extra amount that produces here hopefully won't cause this to get backed up right here. They look like they're operating still normally, and I like the updated graphics. When it first came out, you didn't quite see the mining drills move as easily and as nice as this, and there's been so many more slight improvements here and there. Another thing that I haven't produced yet, which I want to, if I can, is some radar. Yes, we want to get one of these kind of as early as possible too, and just stash it out of the way. I usually end up putting one right near all my electricity anyways, because then it's out of the way and I don't have to worry about it. Let's see, and all it needs is a little spot to connect to. Whatever, we'll put it right there. And that will start opening more of the map. And what made me actually think about it was this little spot right here. I'm not quite sure what happened or how that became available to us, especially without me having a radar. And I don't think I had ventured, definitely hadn't ventured that way. Oh. Maybe I did slightly more than I thought somehow, but the radar is going to slowly start going around our square, revealing more and revealing more and revealing more for a certain amount of space, but it's a large space, so that greatly helps. You know what, I almost feel like making 4. And it'll greatly help reveal the map, and this is just going to make things process a little faster for us once we hear. And I do want this because we're obviously going to be expanding more and quicker than we're probably exploring. Just because I'm not trying to explore, we'll explore more once we have trains or like an ATV vehicle, so we can just drive around freely. And that'll help, but I'm keeping our main hub right here, and we have enough resources, so it may be a moment before we really need to. Well, I can't put them on top in a square, so I'll just put them down on a path. And you can kind of see what they're doing. So there's a notch here, there's a notch here, and they'll keep making their way around opening up the map for us. Okay. Digress on that as we got sidetracked, and you can really tell that it's like I just don't want to do anything here, but this is where we really need to focus. I just wanted to make sure everything was working, and already there's a reason this, it's because those are maxed. So let's see if by doing this it'll help funnel more up there. Oops, that's not how I wanted it. There we go. And I'm hoping that'll push a little bit more of an amount up there. We're trying to average things back again from the bottom up to see if it'll work. And I think so. I think our problem is this guy here. I don't think he's collecting enough because of his slow movement. So let's try... Oh geez, I need a lot of resources for this. I should have scooped him up. It would have saved the time for all the other minor little resources. So hold off before we make... So we're going to grab some resources to make that portion quicker. Yeah, and even doing that, now this guy's just going to take everything. Move along in our research for a moment. Let me change this. Go back to that. Let's see if that's any different. Yeah, it actually does seem like it's much less. Yeah, it's a much constant, smaller rate than we were focusing and funneling them back up. Really, I think we just need more furnaces. So we did build more, yeah, miners, so let's build more furnaces to try to make a nice even match here. I wouldn't mind half of those. Can I do a half? No, I have to individually click then. It's either all or none. That's fine. Oh, we're gonna need so many. We're gonna pull from our storage unit. That's kind of pushing it past that point. I can still get coal on that one. I could actually probably still technically get it on that one too. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. I'm going to choose for the slower ones for a moment just because it's quicker to get them and I don't want them backing up everything else. Actually, I want to take this. I want those on board that'll help me with building like anything, and then dump you there. That should be decent for the time being. Double check some of our stuff here. I don't think this needs to go that high. There we go. Just keeping things nice and clean, like same with that. I'm interested in what's going on here. Are there supposed to be gears or just... Yeah, see, there's supposed to be gears going on. Why? Because of you. So we need the filter. And then this way, we can whitelist only the gear. Although it's going to be really quick about it, that should, I think, fix whatever issue we had going on here. This is why I like to come back to our stuff. I thought this was all fine, but we tweaked one thing, and then there's a series of other things that tweaked down the road, which I did not foresee, but knew kind of, I guess, would be there. I just didn't really actually plan or foresee it, though. So now, these are going smoother. They're producing our red potions. It's done. Again, I just don't care. I'm just moving along to keep that short. Just want to make sure my gears are going where else they need, which was here. And they're not. They're definitely getting snatched up by this, but can it go fast enough to where we just keep a backtrack of that? Well, I don't think I ever placed those over these either. There we go. So that should speed that up. And this should speed simply that. Yeah, see, he's still not getting enough though. Yes, and he's not actually even getting enough either. Alright, let's start getting this stuff into play here. I need like 20 of those or so, but they're a lot easier to create now since we have the base components. I said I wasn't going to use these, and here I am using them now. Oh well. Just go ahead. Keep going down. And we'll replace a lot of this when we get the electric furnaces, I believe it is. Those, now we need some power lines. I don't know if that's actually going to be enough, so let's prep a few more. Actually, should definitely be enough. Let's see. Good on that side. This one, I believe. Trying to keep a sense of balancement in here, but I don't know if I did. I'm just making a chaotic network mess now. Alright, and then here kind of comes the next issue that I was slightly worried about. These are all completely useless since the belt is so full. But it should give more of a steady supply now coming up here, and that will make me happy. Yeah, it looks like they're just almost going to town as quick as they can. Okay, I think it has balanced and evened out now that these are kind of there. And see, this last one or two are really just filling in the gaps to help. So good. That's going to keep that as smooth as it, well, not necessarily as smooth as it can, but keeps it running smoother. And my gears are getting down now to be used. Hopefully, just check. My production is, I'm maxed on that, and my satisfaction is starting to go down, so we need more energy. Don't need an offshore pump, 2 engines and a boiler, and then I like to make underground pipe and then the pipe. If you do the pipe first, the underground pipe will just eat it up and you'll have to click it again afterwards. And I keep those just for planning. You might not need the underground pipe, or even, well, you won't necessarily need the underground pipe, but you can see how I branch off. We're going to throw our boiler down and we throw one away. We do that, actually, we can push this one right next to it, just doing everything we can to save space and time. And the issue is, I'll show you in a minute, when it comes to the, what is in the way? There we go. When it comes to the electric lines, because you're going to have it in between for it to pick up somehow. Luckily, we have one there that catches all 4. So we're going to do the same thing here. One that catches all 4 and feeds into our grid. And then this guy just needs that going there, and it should work and function everything else, and then boost everything back up. Now our satisfaction is full, and our production is not quite there. I don't like where that's at, so let's double up again. Boiler, 2 engines. Oh, and we do need the individual pipe this time because the boiler and stuff will eat up what we had on us. Make sure you have it rotating, and this time it will be spaced one away for space with the electrical pipe or the electric pole. Man, that's like the hardest thing for me to say for some reason, over and time again. We have to fix that. And now it just needs energy, and we still have one of these long guys hanging right out here. Oh, I did not put that in the right spot. There we go. And now we'll pull in. These don't need to be fast because if we're using coal, it burns slowish, at least slow compared to the wood. And then we'll even get better stuff for this down the road. I think carbon or something, and that'll be a byproduct of when we get our oil, I believe is how that works. Okay, now double check our stuff. We're a little closer. I'm still not happy with it, especially with the expansion rate we're going on. So let's go and double what we just did. So let's add 2 more lines. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we should have the electricity poles. I'll make a few more, and then one of those just to be safe at the very end. All right. Potatoes are getting there. This can be here, and then spaced 1. Our engines are still being made. 1, 2. Come on, I don't want to drop this until I have the second. There we go. Oh, I'll need one of these as well. Put a telephone pole right. Oh, wow, that was too far apart. I thought something looked a little off. Let's try that all over again. I'll just start right here. Boiler, engines. Oh, I made 1, but I think I need 2 of those arms. There we go. What? Oh, I just can't reach. That's right. There we go. And again, we should be fine with the coal input and the full line here. Hopefully, if it got too long, it may be possible that some of the first ones are using it all up before here. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that at all. Same thing with this guy. We just made sure that he was filling the lines. And once the line is full, the things will move slow enough usually so that you can fill up. At least that's what I use as kind of an indicator for it all to work right. And yeah, these are just, double furnaces to produce all of our excess. All right. Tweaking things and not even still really getting where we need to go. Again, this is not as full. I'm almost tempted to double the line a little bit. Would back this up. Let's see how these are going. Also, let's check here. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. So now we're not getting enough ore because of our ratio here. We've got, I don't know, 20, actually I think we have 30 of these running now, because I think that's 10 right. Oh no, that's 10 there, 20 there. There we go. We only have 1, 2, 3. We only have like 9 or so of these. So let's pop a few more of these. Actually, yeah, they all have to be on that one side here. Okay, that is working. Let's see. We'll start with 5. We may actually need more than that. But we'll see. Because I know I'm going to kind of run out of space. So we'll have to change it, but make sure that it's going to the same side of the belt. And we also want to make sure that we're only picking up iron on this. And that, like right here, it's not. It's mixed. So I suppose we could just do it like this. Let's see. Not a big fan of how this last one went, but it's just going to be what it is. All right, that adds to my ore population. Let's take a look. So it's already starting to thin out somewhere around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm probably gonna want to add a lot. Like, let's just add the rest of those. This way, I'll be well prepared as time goes on. But we really have to start kind of getting over to our next setup of things, which, look at what we can do. That's going to be a little weird. There's the engine unit. Oh, we don't have any of our armor produced, but I don't think we can yet. We need more steel. We're lucky that we don't really need walls or turrets yet. Definitely probably should have built a better gun, though. Wow, almost out of iron. You can get those things off of me, too. So I think it's just I need to fight through that research a little bit more. Let's try to jump. Is that oil? Yeah. That's really going to help take us to the next level there. So hit that, and the next one should actually probably be the electricity there, electric energy, so that we can get that going. What was that? Yeah. So we can actually see. Oh, 5 actually looks like it may have done it. So we did get lucky. We don't have to go nuts on that. So we just have all those burners. So now that makes me feel a little better. Let's again check. Iron is coming in about as steady as it's going to get. Yeah, since we're not using it, there really is no. I should not have even changed this. And then, especially since all of these are maxed too, that should be just more funneling up there towards the top. I'm trying to see. See, theoretically, more will be coming in, yeah. Somewhat. Oh well. Gears are getting down. Things are being made. And yeah, those guys can grab it first, which makes me feel comfortable that at least they hit up the machine, and then it's probably pretty much going to prevent this from getting anything else, anything more. But, oh well. And let's just check. I don't see a lot of those are just being made as soon as they can. Let's try to see about speeding this up slightly, just to help everything. And almost want this up higher. Yeah, let's do that. Because of the distance on things, just take this, put it there. Well, we can try. Oh no, it's because of that though. So I do want it. And then that can go by, and now we have to throw a little electric pole somewhere. There we go. I said get this done, so just do it so we don't have to think about it. Okay. Somewhat better now. I'm happier. Oh, yeah, we needed a ton of copper. And then we needed some more steel for a handful of things. Let's just go down and grab those. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, I did put the steel being contained there, so we can take a couple stacks. I can go make my armor and my gun. Get those equipped so that, you know, if monsters are coming at us, we're prepared, and, you know, if we're not playing peaceful, may need it. I see my back out is empty, and that I'm only gonna be concerned though, yeah, if it's not full, which it isn't. And I kind of want all this stuff off of me now too, because I'm not manually doing things really anymore. So I don't need all this extra coal lying around. But I do remember I have my 3 manual drilling stuff going on here as like a side project. And I also like doing this too, even though it's more time consuming, not in peaceful mode, because then if your guys or the aliens wipe out a section, you still have backup reserves somewhere. And look, now I don't have to go sit at the line waiting to pick it all up. Same with, there it is. Here. Refill back. Oh, those are just basic fundamental building and crafting supplies. It's always good to have a nice like row of those or so. Again, not doing this. Oh, here we go. So now, well, now we can just fill it up basically, or we can make a barrel for it. Yeah, but that's really what I'm not worried about, because I don't think we're really crafting though. Well, actually just showing that we're crafting it. Where's the empty barrel by itself? There it is. And then we just throw in whatever there. Interesting how it needs a piece of steel, maybe to like seal it shut or something. But we don't have actual, oh, here, wait, we do have steel furnaces. It's time to get working on those. And I'm looking for, I guess we don't have it. It's the oil processing to actually be able to get the oil, and that'll jump us up a little further here too. So, I just had a half a thought about what I was going to do, and then it spaced my mind here. All the different storage tanks. Oh, the steel furnaces. So I need one of the things that I have not started and worked on yet, which is fine. I can set it up and build it all right now. Make one of these guys. And I have 2 hands. Let's just make some more hands while I'm not doing anything else. And try to figure out where I'm going because I ran past it. All right. Yeah, we can do this. Pull from there. Go into furnace. Let's not push this that farther away. Rather closer. And then from furnace into chest. I don't need anything larger than that. Oh, and then I have to fill this up now. Okay, and that's going to start building. I should have done that a long time ago. I totally forgot. So it's going to build up our stone bricks so that we can build these steel furnaces. If you're moving fast and you can jump to electric ovens fast, go ahead, be my guest on it. But what I want to see, is it next? It's not next. I think it's a little bit down the road for us. Trying to remember exactly where they are here, because I don't believe it's its own thing. It's tied under something else. Not sure if I really want to deal with trying to look for it under each one of these. Have our plastics. We need to learn about plastics first. Have our blue, which we need. That's what we need right there. Oil processing. So where is it? I thought it was after fluid handling, which we already did. Oh, right there. Oil processing. We're definitely doing that next. Or maybe lab research speed. Do you want to have that going on to start speeding stuff up? And also solar energy. Blue, oh, is that what I'm looking for? Advanced material processing. Is that the furnace? Or is that just that furnaces will move faster? 'Cause I don't, unless they changed the shape of the furnace. But I think that might have, no. This is also what we want, so we can start driving around, although we're not doing a whole lot of recon. More power suit, capabilities, another hand, processing. That'll be something after we do oil processing. Where are you? I thought. There it is again. I think it's the same tree line. Oh, yeah. Effects. There it is. I do see it. So that is the electric furnace, I believe. I wish it would not go away and I could actually click on it. So we have a little bit of a route, which is fine. We definitely want to do the oil processing and get down here and get the chemical science pack too, so we can start moving and then go into the purple, and blue and purple will be another one we work on. Okay. Makes me feel good. We got a little bit of a plan now. Almost kind of keeping this line going, and we know what to go on to. And we're going to forget solar for a minute. Okay. So, do I think I'll be able to do that fast enough? Or do I want to spend the time changing out my resources? 200, 200, 100, and we're already halfway through there. Oh, shoot. And then, and then I need the blue science pack as well. Only 30 of them, but I forget exactly what it is to make the blue, so yeah. Again, are we... I think we're stuck because we need the fluid. So we're kind of locked until we can do... until we can get the blue. Yeah, which is still locking behind all of that. Okay, so yeah, we fell off of our research by trying to do all the other little things. Luckily, we stopped for a second. Depending on if you're more military, you'll need that, and the speed up time might actually be quite worth it as well here. Cost 200 to be about 30 minutes roughly or so. But that's for one. We have 4, I think, going, so maybe it'll move a little faster. Well, not maybe, it will. I don't really want to wait around. I know we're going to have to increase our copper, so I guess let's kind of just start there. So far, all of this is working pretty nice for us, too. I don't know why these... Oh, because they can't land or drop anything, and that's fine. Throw the rest of that in there. So that really means that all I'm actually pulling is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably, right? Yeah, 5 regularly. Yeah, 5. This isn't even touched. So there's no current need for it, but once I start pulling more, I'll want to. I'm trying to think. It may be a good minute, but yeah, whatever. Let's get it done. I'll just go with all 8 instead of 5 like I had initially planned. Oh, is that why I was putting... No, we still need... And a little bit of road. A little bit of road goes a long way. Not really. It does not go a long way at all. Okay, and that should just speed all that up. Nothing of this will speed up until we have a means of actually using it more than there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really have a way to get it in this chest if I put one there. And it looks like now my copper cable or coil or whatever is working just fine. This one doesn't look like it's ever needing to really search for one. It's either pulling, or I should say wait for one. And it does look like the purple's getting a chance to pull the green now. Oh. That could be a problem. So let's move that actually. I saw what was happening there and the purple was stealing. Actually, let's just go one more so I don't have to worry about another funky electric pole anywhere. Purple. And I think we had steel chest. And filter is the arm. Somewhere. Oh, and I can dump a few of these in there because I don't need this many on me. We'll probably will go through them in some time. Speaking of that, let me load up on this, and then I'll instantly go on and make like a ton of these. So we will use them. Okay. Let's see, that's the problem there. So let's put this guy up one higher. Oh, okay. And now we should be able to pull a little better, a little smoother. And it'll just take it right out of the hand anyways. Yeah, I still kind of feel it may be slightly better to just have it one up. Technically, I guess now it has to wait to grab it rather than it be handed it. But meh. Right, again, I'm pleased. It could be maybe functioning slightly better, but I'm still pleased. Okay. Power's doing good. Extra has no effect here. Okay. Man, I want this to go. So I want this to start going faster. Let's build out. Like, let's double up. 4 more of these. We're going to do this annoying chain that I don't really like. Let's at least speed it up, though. Trying to think. Suppose I can do it like this, yeah. And then just run my hands. Oh, shoot. So they'll be all connected and everything will be moving through. How's our supply here? Pretty decent. That's probably going to hold. Alright, now we have that doubling up. Why are these not going? Does it have a green in it? Okay, well we definitely need to speed that up right there. That's part of the reason why I don't like this, because if you do it too much, you could have weak spots, and it's just not really as fast as it should be. These are not producing a lot either, but that's okay. We're still having at least somewhat of a backup supply. And now that can move slightly faster. Yeah, it's still probably not getting enough to do much. But we do have a decent amount of gears that it doesn't need to go fast anyways. It's just more of a backup, or make things a little bit quicker if I'm trying to craft something on the spot. Again, there's going to be more planning and more upgrading to everything. Trying to decide when and where I need it. Really, I'm trying to decide if at this point I even need the furnaces. Maybe I can hold off. I have the... I thought I had a plan. Where are they? Oh, oil processing. Let's do our speed up time though first, so that everything down the road will actually go faster. This will greatly, this will exponentially speed up things for a period. So it's better that we do it sooner rather than later. And I'm trying to look at the time. I feel bad I'm not really doing as much as I could be. You know, let's try to go more. And few of those. Oh no. Well, we'll just have to move that. Oh, and we have it connected somewhere else already, so we can remove these. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, because I can just come from up here. Let's see. Could theoretically put the arms so there's all one giant network and you can move it in different directions how it needs, but I don't know actually if that'll be more efficient or just an extreme waste of resources. Already wanting to go one more on this though. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Kind of like this pattern that we have going on because it's just going to have to work for now. I never really plan out the spacing of these science things as well. It kind of just falls into the space of wherever I was using, which is not a good idea, but it just, I always tend to overlook it somehow or forget about it or just throw it in and then I build it where, I think I had my first one up here, and then we just threw it down here, and instead of creating anywhere else, we just built it here. Also, would like, this kind of annoys me. I want to put it so everything's nice and even. Would help if I'm not in the way when I go to place it. There we go. And yeah, because of my network and my grid. Oh, that was a bad one. That was an important one. Just trying to see if I thought I had it maybe connected down here, but I guess that's the connecting point. Yeah, and those are just going, keep them moving. Now my supply, though, is questionable. It did drop quite a bit on the green, and that is going, I believe, a lot faster than I'm producing them. So what can we do to help? We can a couple things. I probably should even have more than just 2 of those on hand at a time. That will speed up. That will speed up a little bit, but we also want to speed what goes into it. There, and I think these. So that can roughly speed up that now. Just making sure if they're ever really waiting for an arm, which I don't really think they are. I spoke too soon. Not really. So it's producing 2 because that's the size of my thing as fast as it can, but yeah, they're gonna burn through it using it that much. And I have to just make more or less. The red is going down quite a bit too. It was just a much higher supply. And yeah, I don't want to have to wait in between each research to just build up supplies again. So this could be kind of problematic at the end of this lab research speed because of how many of these I ended up building. Theoretically, let's try to inch another one in here. Inserter and electric. So this is going to build greens, and it should throw a third one out on there for me. Yeah, it's just these things just don't really go as fast as they could. Yeah, and I've already ran out, so it's definitely an idea. Doing one more I don't think is really going to help me on that. We'll switch over there at least. And with 3 going, it's just a nice thing that we had such a large backup in here. But I have a feeling it might eat through these hands pretty quick. It's not gonna. There's no way that 2 going into 3 will work. I don't believe. So many little factors. You tweak one thing, and now you can see how much you really need to tweak. Yeah, this now I'm already starting to disapprove of this. If I take away 4, though, I should gain 4 back. So yeah, as soon as this is done, let me just do that. Green's not getting to these. They're getting pushed to the further end ones. Okay. There we go. And if there's anything on the ground, let's try to pick those up. And do that. I'll just stash these there. All right, press T, and now we want the oil processing. Okay. Actually, we should have probably put those greens right in there. We're missing the chance. Hopefully only one stays short, and then the second one doesn't trigger, but oh. Yeah, it didn't last though. Yeah, so even with this amount of research labs, we're still unbalanced. So yeah, more green, possibly even more red too. We're starting to get a little low there, but oh well. This next step though is actually kind of cool that we got here in the time we did. It'll be a good start, I think, for our next video. Getting into the oil processing and starting to pull oil. I don't think we're going to jump into it quickly because at that point other things are going to start becoming unlocked for us, like our grid, although that's not doing much. More storage, not doing much. Only thing here is the steel furnace, which for resource wise I'm really skimping on because I don't need anything else raw material moving faster. We did get our gun. We should have some more ammo, actually. We should have a bunch more ammo. Yeah, we'll just do that. Hopefully that all fits on us. And yeah, good enough there. So again, yeah, kind of slightly stalled. So at this point, it's really good for us to be either building out for the future, scaling up, which in a sense we kind of do have, and we're golden. Not so much here, and this I guess could get tweaked, and yeah, everything could be tweaked. This could even be better and slightly more efficient. If this was gone, we could really load up these as larger. So maybe we'll move these up higher, so that'll give us the space there. It's a lot of extra work. But I'm not really using a lot of steel right now, so we could. And I might be able to blueprint it up so we could at least kind of have an idea of what we did. That's not what I want. Oh, shoot. There we go. You're going to do a blueprint and then lay it out to move it around, which you talked about before. I just don't use until I have the building robots, construction robots. So let's see. Let me try to think. What would need to happen? So we would definitely need another green chip being produced. And with that, we would probably even want one more copper cable being produced, which we could fit. We can actually even fit right in that space there. This would need to get pushed This has space. This would need to be pushed and added to. If we added one more to all of these, we probably still could only safely add one at best over here after we destroyed all of this. It'd be nice if my mining went a little faster on this. Yeah, 64,000, 65,000, and this is still at 16 because it's not even moving, and these aren't going fast anyways. So it's not like these resources are going to be used up and I can just be like, oh, hey, it works anyways. How much steel do I have? I'm sure I could probably take a break. Oh, the next thing was here. Okay, does that make it so I can now see my oil deposits? Basic oil processing. What we want is this guy right here, our pump jack, and our oil refinery and our chemical plant. Those are going to be the basis of everything when it comes to oil, and the nice thing is we'll start getting this solid fuel, which works really well in furnaces. So, what I was hoping, yes, there it is. I can already see it with the color. That is where my crude oil is. I does not see, you can see that something just got uncovered there from my radar. So crude oil is there. All right. Because of enemy locations, and these will grow. I forget what the factor rate is. I think we should have left it at just standard. These will grow larger and larger. So if we start putting too much stuff here, there's a possibility that some pollution may go up, even just the oil fields themselves. So we'll maybe try to focus on the bottom ones first, and then pump that stuff. We're actually going to need it near water too, so we'll probably pump it back over here somewhere, use this space to throw it into our channel. Maybe we'll start producing some stuff down as well. Okay, I like this though. That does mean that we have some stuff going on. Can we build our... And we have an idea. So let's actually build a couple of these pump jacks. Yeah, 6 should suffice. We need one, I think just one oil, one chemical. What we may add to that. And stone brick, that's what's stopping me. Good thing we have the stone brick going. And stone brick is also built for like foundation, like for a flat walkway. So if you want to move faster, that's what that's used for. Grab a second one of those. I think it was the chemical plant, not the oil refinery I had made, right? Oh, it's still working. There we go. So we'll throw that down in there as well. Yeah, I don't like that I have 4 not running right now. And I'm worried too that, yeah, red is empty now. Red is empty. I don't have the space for red there either. Well, here's what we can do for red to start. It's going to take quite a minute. See how long those chemical... that's not too bad. Hey, I should have had some extra gears on me. The whole point of having those stashed in a thing was for that. Now they're down... now it's only down to 5 working ones or 6 working ones. It is a disappointment. Come on, refinery. There we go. So we can do what little speed up there. But, yep. I think to end this, I'm going to clear out our whole steel, and we'll just have to like move it up. Which is kind of annoying. move it up over here, so or maybe even over here more, depending on how our fuel situation goes, because I may do another line right there. So, do I need any of this then? No. Let me stop it up here. And then we'll let these kind of bleed everything through until they're done. Nope, the electric pole. Do I need that? I don't think I need that. I might have just missed it. Alright, and now that one should be done. Cool. And now this is done. Do we? Make sure I just didn't have any iron on me. Come on. It's going to need much there. There's so much coal. I'm going to have to drop this off in some of these boilers. And I'm doing this just so I have a nice clean environment to look and plan. Seeing how that already kind of screwed up. I already kind of screwed up once. And now I have to go back. And don't think of it as a screw up, because it's really just evolving. You know, your plan, your design, your factory, whatever you want to call it, your layout is going to evolve as you scale up. It's meant to. So don't necessarily get down on you when you have to do something of what I'm doing, because in the end it should make it so everything is better. Hopefully, if you lay it all out and you have, you know, the idea and the thought of how, oh, that was a lot. Oh well. I have a lot to lay out and plan. I'm trying to think, does anything need? I don't think so. This is another thing you have to worry about too, one being more than the other, but we have nice large layout in the beginning, that as long as it doesn't get overfilled with arms, we should be fine. Think about that. Actually, you know what? Let's take the arms off. Because there's plenty of arms in here, probably more than half. It's questionable, but if we move things around, and then we would still need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another 4, which does look like we have. So yeah, this way we have more than half. For the time being, let's fill up on just that. And the only unfortunate thing is we'll have to remember to go back there and switch it. So plastics was the next in our line, and get that started. And take a look at what's going on over there, and we don't like it. And now let's see where our true loop begins for everything, and I think it's here for the computer chip, here for that, yeah, well, even really maybe over here where the red is. So what I want to do is start getting prepared for this. Not sure if we'll finish it all right here, but I do want to be prepared. How much is in there? How much is in there? How much can I fit on me? And we're going to see how, oh, that might actually look nice. Let's see. We shall see. Oh, I should have collected those all before I built it. Then I would have had the supplies needed. There. Okay. What is this going to need? Ooh. Suppose I can move that over 1. see how this works. How I could maybe even do a splitter. I guess. And just like that then. And then I can run this up higher. Arms down. Oh, I realized I just collected the potions there. Hope that'll work nicely. What do we have here? Cable and cable. Oh, we need more road. Pushes that up. Computer chip pushes that up. These are looking nice so far. See, I want a couple of these. One of these guys. And let's build our road up. Oh, and it needs some direction. And then the nice thing is we can have it throw it right into that box. So then this is just creating an arm. That box is gonna get filled up quick. Yeah, we're gonna have to hold off because we just have so much built up right now. I've been trying to fill it up with the whatever. Should fill up everything exactly correct. Moving things along. This is getting it, so we should produce slightly more green now. Is it going to be enough, and is it going to do anything? Or no, we're going to be doing the same amount of green because of this. If we make more green, it may... talking about expanding. It's going to burn through our resources, I think. Well, I'm able to make the single things. Okay, good. I still have that for later. All right. I'm not happy about that at all. Oh. So it's red, actually, not green. Let's see if we can cram it in here without having to move or change things too much. Oh, the space is perfect. Whatever, and then... Come on, I just want to make sure this is going to work right. Well, it'll load it up. It's definitely not going to... Well. Let's see, though. We're getting a few of them back. I don't know if it's really going to be enough to stabilize our network here of 12. Especially because we're really only rocking about 7 consistently, maybe 8 if it's pushed on a good time. Yeah, it does not look like we've been able to jump up to 9. And our 8, I think, goes in and out at times. But let's just see. It may slowly start to build up. Oh, almost. I'm happy. It'll go over as time goes on. Alright. From this point, though, I'm going to call it a pause. Thank you very much for watching and have fun playing games.